Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at a 2009 romantic comedy movie called He's Not Just That Into You. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins with a voiceover. A girl narrates how a girl never forget the first boy she likes. A boy approaches a young girl and pushes the little girl and insults her. The little girl named Gigi tells about the incident to her mother. Her mother consoles her and says, "He did that thing because he's got a crush on her." The narration ends with the text, "He's not just that into you." Scene shift to many years later. Now Gigi is all grown up. We see Gigi was on a date with Connor. After the date, Gigi calls her friend and tells that the date went well. But we see Connor calls Anna and asks if she want to meet her tonight. But we see Anna was not that interested in Connor. A man named Ben offers Anna to check out first. As Anna was the store 1,000 customer, she wins a giveaway. Due to the excitement of winning, she hugs Ben. Meanwhile, Connor arrives in his home. Before he sleeps, Connor decides to call Anna. But his friend Alex warns him not to call her because it's too late. But Connor still calls her. Anna, who is talking to Ben, rejects the call. She tells Ben that she wants to be a famous musician. Ben tells he knows a guy that might help her. On hearing that, Anna gets happy and wants to give her number to Ben. But Ben tells her that he is married, so he gives him business card. Scene shift and we see Ben friend Neil. At his apartment, Neil's girlfriend Beth informs Ben that her sister is getting married. Beth asks Neil when they will get married. Ben tells her that only insecure people marry, and he doesn't feel a need to spend $45 on marriage certificate to show her that he loves her. Later we see Gigi. Connor haven't called her after the date. She was busy with her phone waiting for Connor to call her. Her friend Janine consoles her by saying that after her first date with Ben, he didn't call her for 11 days and now he is the world's best husband. And later we see a text saying that if he is not calling you, it means he is not into you. Scene shift and we see Beth. Janine and Gigi work at the same office. Beth overhears Janine and Gigi conversation about how Connor didn't call her. Beth suggests Gigi to call him instead of Connor calling her first. Gigi then goes to City Supper Club where Connor used to frequently come. A waitress named Kelly approaches Connor's friend Alex. She tells him about fun they had previous night and if he is interested for the night. But he rejects her and says they are co-worker. Gigi then goes to the bar. Alex offers to call Connor and tell her that Gigi is waiting for her. But Gigi asks her not to do so. She then says that she is here to return the pen Connor left. Alex says he will give it to him. But Alex finds that it was his dad's pen. Eventually Gigi admits that Connor hadn't called her after a date with him last week. Alex says that maybe he is not interested in her, if he is not calling her. Scene shift to Anna. She tells her friend Mary about Ben, and says she is interested in him, but he is married. Mary tells her about story of a guy who was married for over 15 years and one night he met a woman at an event, and later he divorced his wife to marry that woman. And now they are married and living together happily for over 22 years. Hearing Mary's words, Anna decides to call Ben. Anna tells him to meet for coffee, but Ben refuses and cuts the call. Anna then meets Connor. The two flirt and Anna leaves after a kiss. Beth comes home angrily and tells Neil to stop being nice to her. She upfront asks Neil when he will marry her. Neil says he hasn't think of marriage yet. On hearing this, Beth gets angry, due to which the couple splits. Later we see two women talk about how men are good at dumping without the women even realizing. We see Ben moving in his new home. He calls Anna. He tells her that he will help her, and tells her to meet him. Just as he cuts the call, Ben's wife Janine comes there. She asks if Ben started smoking again, but Ben says no. Scene shift and we see Janine and Gigi at the bar. Gigi exchanges her phone number with a guy. Before the guy leaves, Gigi asks him, who will call first, but the guy ignores her question. We then see Anna's friend Mary at her office. She tells her colleagues that she is finding a guy through MySpace, to which her colleagues think it might be a bad idea. Later we see she receives a call from Connor to discuss about the real estate ad. Later we see Beth and her friends getting ready for the wedding. The girl cheer Beth, as she was sad about breaking up with Neil. Scene shifts to Anna. She had came to Ben's office. Anna tells that she is attracted to him. She asks him why he got married, to which he replies that he was given ultimatum to either marry Janine or break up with her. At last Ben admits he is attracted to her and the best he can do for her is to help in her career. On the other hand, Janine finds ashtray with cigarette in their home, to which she assumes that Ben started smoking again. Later we see Gigi calls Alex, and asks him advice about the last date. She also tells that the guy hasn't called her. Alex up front says that he is not interested in her. And if a guy is interested in a girl, he will call him. Scene shift to Ben attending yoga class, in which Anna was the instructor. The two like the idea of being friends so they become friends. Later Anna undresses and goes for a swim. At home Janine confronts Ben about the cigarettes she found. Ben promises that they aren't his and it must be of construction workers. On the other hand, Gigi, Was making out with a guy on a date. He wanted one to have rumpy pumpy with her because he will be out of touch as he will be going out of town. But Gigi goes to the bathroom and calls Alex, who is also making out with someone. She tells Alex about the situation. Alex advises her to run. Scene shifts and we see Ben meets up with Neil. He tells him that how lucky he is because of the fact that he isn't married and can hang out with any other women he wants, but Neil says that he doesn't care about other girl and he just want Beth back. Gigi then goes on a double date with Alex, but Alex informs her that he accidentally got date mixed up with Tuesday instead of Thursday, so it will be just two of them. At last he says that he like her in a way that he likes bassist Hound. Scene shift to Janine. She asks the foreman about if any of the workers smoke, and foreman says they don't smoke on site. Scene again shift and we see Ben and Anna having rumpy pumpy. Later Anna discusses with her friend if whether Ben will leave his wife for her. Later we see Gigi is invited to a party by Alex. Ben confesses sleeping with someone to Janine. She gets upset but tells him to work through this. Beth goes to her sister's wedding. People give her weird look, as she is walking with a dog. After the party Gigi goes on to kiss Alex, but Alex stops her from doing so and says that she is just building stuffs in her mind, and he is not interested at all in her. Meanwhile at the reception Beth's father has a heart attack. The next day, Janine informs Gigi about Ben cheating on her. Ben and Anna hook up in the office again, but suddenly Janine shows up, so he hides Anna in the closet. He then hooks up with Janine instead. After Janine leaves, Anna comes angrily out of the closet and leaves the office. Scene shift to Alex. He can't seem to focus on his work. He keeps checking his phone to check if Gig called him. Kelly makes him realize that he has fallen in love. Meanwhile Connor arrives at Anna's house. He tells her that he still loves her and wants to be with her. Scene then shift to Beth. Beth asks her brother-in-laws for help but none of the men help her. But Neil shows up and helps her in the dishes. On seeing Neil she gets emotional and hugs him. Scene shift to Janine. She finds a pack of cigarette in Ben's pants. The reason of her not liking cigarette is because her dad died due to lung cancer. She gets furious on seeing the pack of cigarettes, breaks the item and leaves the house, but before she leaves a note saying that she wants a divorce. Later we see Beth goes to Neil's boat. She says that she wants them back together and doesn't care about marriage, and he is more than a husband to her. On the other hand we see Connor shows Anna a house he wants to buy and tells her he hopes that she would someday move in with him, but Anna says she can't be with him. Scene shift and we see Gigi doesn't pick Alex's call so Alex shows up at Gigi's house. He apologizes to her for the behavior, and later the two kiss. Mary then calls Connor at a coffee place from a few tables away. They finally meet face to face and seem to get along. Neil moves back in with Beth. He proposes to her and she says yes. The end of the movie shows Neil and Beth's wedding on his boat, Anna opting to stop dating for a while to focus on her singing career and herself, Mary and Connor happily in love, Janine and Ben divorced and living on their own, and Gigi and Alex co-hosting a party as a couple, while Gigi's voiceover advises that the path to happiness is not through finding another person, but through finding yourself. I hope you liked the explanation and if you did please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.